everybody, what's up and welcome back to the garden. Today we are going to be taking another look, kind of like a garden tour, but a closer look specifically at the odds and ends. I know when I do the broad overview garden tours, sometimes things get overlooked, and a lot of things get overlooked because, let's just face it, I've got a lot of things going on. So for this video, to get started, I want to first take a closer look at the cucumbers. Got a lot of little baby cucumbers growing. These are starting to vine up, looking mighty nice. Also, over there with the petunias and the zinnias and the cleome, the cathedral bells or cup and saucer vine are growing like crazy. They're already over halfway up the fence. And speaking of growing like crazy, the hyacinth beans are also vining up these strings like it ain't nobody's business. The hyacinth beans have almost reached the top of the fence already, and I'm glad. Hopefully they will just crawl all over this fence and we'll have just some really nice vines in the fence. But hopefully they don't get too heavy and tear down the fence, because let's just face it, this fence is just a wee bit rickety. Other places around those yards, I did want to show you that close up of the artichokes. These things are getting massive. The leaves are bigger than my hands. They're just enormous. I know I have been talking about them, but I haven't really showed them that much. I wanted to quickly show you guys one of the flower beds that I planted at my friend's house. Luckily, I kind of outgrew my garden this year, and luckily I have a friend who is willing to let me plant some things in her yard. Now, in the yard, this is just a random hodgepodge of things that didn't have a space back at my house. So we have things like peanuts. I've grown peanuts before. I think it's always really fun to grow things that are kind of outside of the box. In addition to the peanuts, there are a couple pumpkins here. I can't remember which type they are. Of course, there are some amaranths because they get nice and big and tall and showy. Some of the extra petunias were here also, some red shiso, and I went ahead and I planted almost all of my nasturtiums over here in her yard, and the nasturtiums are putting on some really nice size, getting nice and big. We can really enjoy those nice, just bright orange blooms. There's a couple kind of more pastel colors in this mix too, but it's mostly just a mix of bright orange, vibrant flowers. I really love those. But let's be real here. The main attraction here in her yard of what I've planted here are the dahlia tubers. There are a lot of dahlia tubers here. Ideally, I would have planted them in my yard, but my yard is just not the best growing space for these right now. I'm going to have to stake these eventually. We're not there yet, and make sure I come over here at least once a week and try to get the weeds out, because we all know I am notorious for letting the weeds get a little too tall. I've already pinched these dahlia plants back, so hopefully they'll be putting on some bushier growth sometime soon. I think one of the reasons I am so excited for dahlias this year, if I can keep up with them, hopefully, is that I have some really, really beautiful varieties that I am so excited about. Things like varieties like Fairway Spur, Cafe au Lait. We have one called Goldie Gull, which is one of the smaller kind of color types. And my favorite, Peaches and Cream. I am so excited to see some Peaches and Cream dahlias. Cannot wait. That's really about it for this one. Hopefully it was helpful. I doubt that it was, but I did want to show you guys what's been going on around here and elsewhere, obviously, because I know I can be notorious for kind of slacking on my garden updates. That's really about it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. As always, you can leave any questions or comments that you have down below. I'm always trying to answer those. Usually I get to them in about a week, sometimes longer depending upon how busy I am with work and, you know, the channel and everything. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I'd absolutely love to have you. We are making new content all the time. Sometimes it's DIY projects, sometimes it's gardening, could be even soap making. You really never know quite what I'm going to upload. So if you like a little bit of a surprise, you might like this channel too. Always going to just keep on growing. Be sure to tell your friends, hit the little bell icon, all that good stuff. I hope that you guys are having such an amazing day. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.